several things happened that really confirmed this, kind of set the nail, as we say in the U.S. One is a friend of mine who I did not expect this from, a coworker, called me up one morning and she said, Mike, I was praying this morning in my devotions, and the Lord told me to tell you, and I'm always suspicious when I hear that, but she said, the Lord told me to tell you it's time to get back to your overseas work, which again meant my business's mission teaching and training and business startups that we were doing. And I told her, I said, well, you have no idea how important it is because he just told me that about a month ago. And so, it was a confirmation. And then the next thing that happened in this chain of confirmation was that the CEO, my boss, was sort of forced off the board politically. It does happen in business, even great businesses. And so when he told me that, I knew it was time for me to go, not because he was leaving, like I was mad about it, but because I had made a commitment to him before the Lord. I made a commitment to him that I would stay as long as he would stay. Well, now that he was leaving, biblically, I would say my vow was fulfilled and I was free to leave. I was free to move on. So I said, okay, Lord, clearly I'm leaving. And then the sort of the final thing that happened was the new CEO they brought in, who smart guy, but and personally we got along okay, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to work for him. And I remember that was confirmed when he called me up out of the blue. I was hiking in the mountains with my wife, and I happened to pick it up because it was him, the new CEO, about to become the new CEO. And he said, "Hey, Mike, I want you to create an org chart, and in this org chart, here's the line of senior executives, and here's an empty box. I want you to put Chief People Officer there, and underneath it is where you're going to report." In other words, he just demoted me. He wasn't even the CEO yet, but he probably felt the same way about me. We weren't going to be a great team, and so he wanted somebody else in there. And that's like God says, "See, I told you again." So I knew, and I put my retirement papers in that January as soon as he was officially in the seat. And for 5 months, kind of did a workout, helping the person who replaced me, the new person, to get her legs up under her and get positioned right. COVID hit, of course, and so we were guiding the company through the massive economic downturn that happened with COVID. We lost our sales, like 70% of our revenue, in a matter of weeks. Thankfully, it came back, but just helping navigate all that. And then May of that year, I stepped away, and as I mentioned earlier, started Third Path that following Monday. And so I've done two things. I've consulted the industry now, and I'm trying to lead Third Path into becoming a provider of business's mission training, not just how to start a business, although it's a lot of it, but the biblical foundations of business's mission, how to do a business canvas, a lean canvas for your startup, how to create a strategy for your business's mission company, how to be a kingdom employee, a lot of other things we put in, and not just me. We've got teachers from around the world. One is in South Africa, Audrey Dornebrecht, wonderful sister there who's got a great heart and head for human resources. So we brought together this team that's creating business's mission training, business's mission education online, written since then a number of books. Most recent one came out just this week. Timestamp this is March 13th of 2025. And so we literally just this week published a short book, a couple hundred pages, on how to start a business's mission company. And so that just came out on Amazon and also on a new site called books.by, B-Y, / Mike Baer. And anyway, so I've been writing books. Started the Business's Mission podcast, which is now in its sixth season. It's got a great listenership, and our guests are amazing. So I've been continuing to pursue this. We've moved our work, as you can see, not only from podcasting, but also not only from a website, but also to YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, Business's Mission with Mike Baer. I kind of wish we could get the name off everything, but everybody says, "Well, you're known, so let's play off of that," which is fine. I don't want to be falsely humble, but I'm also not anxious to see my name up in lights anymore. When I was younger, maybe yes. So that's been the sort of the last period of time. Since then, we've taken, this is an exciting development. We had Third Path Initiative, the education piece, and another organization led by Bob Bush called IBEC Ventures, which is a business mission coaching company dedicated to helping business mission practitioners around the world, launch and grow their business mission companies and have sustainability and kingdom impact. That's exciting. And so I'm looking at that thinking, okay, how does that work? Well, Bob came to me one day. He says, Mike, I have an idea. Why don't we join forces? You have Third Path. I have IBEC. Let's find a financial partner and let's start a one-stop shop for people that want to start businesses mission companies. And so he called it TriVenture, 3 ventures, TriVenture, and it is about courses, coaching, and capital. And so a couple of years later, we were able to add Legacy Generational Foundation to the mix as a funding mechanism for people that want to start their businesses. So that's become a wonderful development as we start thinking about, how do we take learning and then coaching the actual startup and funding the actual startup and make that work. And so that's what TriVenture is about. And we're beginning to see some wonderful, wonderful fruit from that as well. So that's been exciting.